Hello, friends, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. The last few weeks have been an absolute blur. A fog, really, as we push this material forward. This session is being done right before it airs. And the reason for the chaos is this project right here, Missing 411, the UFO Connection. 3 years of intensive work that has opened more doors than it has closed. I need to address something that surfaced recently. A comment suggesting the Carl Higdon interview was boring or irrelevant. That profound misunderstanding of the context. It simply bugs me. To suggest irrelevance implies a failure to grasp the thousands of hours of data analysis that structured this film. These are patterns, not isolated incidents. I spent many hours with Carl Higdon. I believe his story, and I believe it is 100% relevant to the terrifying patterns we discuss. His case is one of the extremely rare instances where physical evidence was left behind. Evidence of a localized heat anomaly at the supposed landing site, and evidence on his body itself. The city attorney in Rock Springs, Wyoming, confirmed the story's validity, acknowledging its strange, singular nature. No easy dismissal was possible then, or now. Recall how Mr. Higdon stated he re-entered Earth again and arrived on terra firma. Therein lies the shocking epiphany that suggests a rapid, non-conventional deposition. The inclusion of his story is the linchpin that connects these disappearances to something beyond the terrestrial or the ordinary. This echoes other unsettling cases where victims are found with strange, surgical-like injuries, or injuries that defy a simple fall from elevation. Think of the unusual, unexplained scratches on the back of the neck in the case of Dennis Martin, or the inexplicable missing teeth we've documented in some of the Yosemite cases. Evidence that suggests a calculated interaction. These wounds point to a manipulation, a force with a specific, unknowable agenda that treats the human body like a biological specimen. The intent of the movie was to give you a massive load of associated facts and zero fluff, forcing you to draw your own conclusions from the raw data. That's why so many viewers are reporting they've watched it multiple times. 2, 3, 4, even 5 times. They are digging for the hidden connections buried deep within the timeline. Please, if you've seen it, post an honest online review. We need the awareness to pierce through the silence and the media blackout. Mark your calendars for our major event in Golden, Colorado, starting January 12th. A rare chance to discuss this evidence face-to-face and review new case files. Now, I need to shift to the most important topic of all. The dark. Silent roads, people walk. Life is hard. Sometimes it's unbearably difficult. When someone like the student Ken DeLand stops communicating, they don't just disappear. They inflict a spiritual wound on the souls of their loved ones. If you need space, communicate it clearly. Do not vanish into that absolute darkness alone. Always leave a path back to the light. I speak from a place of deep pain. After losing my son, Ben, there are only a few people I believe truly kept me from that same isolating abyss. I need to share this letter from a parent who lost their 3-year-old son, Tristan, to suicide. The agony in the parent's words is unbearable. Not a single person who knew or taught Tristan had seen it coming. We must talk about this epidemic hiding in plain sight. We must talk about this. Parents have that difficult necessary conversation. Do not be silent out of fear that speaking the word will invoke the action. And if you or a loved one are struggling, please utilize the resources like the NAMI, National Alliance on Mental Illness Family to Family program. It is free. And it is critical. Let's transition back to the unexplained, to the things that appear as coincidence but feel like a predetermined path. Like the letter we received from the Yukon, describing a sighting of a perfect triangular shadow moving at an alarming speed with no sound. This was immediately followed by an intense, overwhelming, putrid smell. Something the local inhabitants immediately attributed to the Sasquatch, the protectors of the forest. This description of an entity leaving a potent, musky odor is repeated in our files from the Okanagan region and the Siskiyou National Forest, suggesting a common, massive presence across continents that patrols these remote boundaries. One viewer theorized that the missing 411 phenomena could involve a technology that manipulates gravity or slows localized time, a physics we cannot yet comprehend. Could the elk in the Higdon case, or the victims themselves, be exposed to a shift in the flow of time where a second on Earth equals days in their perceived reality? Are these entities, whatever they are, effectively consuming the victim's lifespan in an instant through some terrifying, non-linear physics? It's a thought that takes the unexplained and ties it to an interdimensional agenda, one where they view us as temporary objects for biological or spatial study. Now, I close tonight with the tragic case of Paul Kochu, a two-year-old nurse who went missing on December 16, 2014. In Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Kochu was a strong, healthy man, but CCTV placed him at an isolated location 6.5 miles from downtown at 2:27 a.m., far from any known route. 3 months later, his body was found in the Ohio River near Wheeling, West Virginia, a baffling, unexplainable distance of 59 miles away. His body showed evidence of blunt force trauma and broken ribs, injuries that simply do not equate to a simple accidental fall into a slow-moving urban river. Kochu's case hits the exact profile points of my sobering coincidence cluster. This is the pattern that chills me to the bone. Young, healthy male, consuming alcohol, separated from friends, found in water miles downstream with no witnesses and no logical path to the water. This profile is tragically replicated. Think of Shane Montgomery in Philadelphia, or the endless list of students in the Midwest whose disappearances follow this same terrifying trajectory. It is the consistent geographic leap and the absolute lack of forensic answers that force us to look beyond the mundane, at a sophisticated pattern of removal and deposition. Life is a journey of crossroads. As bad as your day might be today, remember that for a little while. It's going to be worse tomorrow. But the light always returns. Paul Kochu lived by a statement, wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. That is a powerful final lesson. Be yourself. Chase your own dream. You are truly important, and your existence holds meaning even when the path is dark. Please share this video. Thank you for being here and for keeping these stories alive. David Paulides. Mystery Rift. Out.